Hello everyone and welcome back to another LEGO review on my channel. Today we're checking out set 10275, the Elf Clubhouse. This set is part of the Winter Village collection and comes with 1,197 pieces. It is also an 18 plus set. This set has a retail price of $140 Canadian and $100 USD, and it is a fairly good set for that price. My only complaint is the minifigures aren't vastly different. It would have been cool if it came with Santa or maybe a snowman to really spice it up, but it is pretty good. So without further ado, let's get into the side builds first. Starting off the side builds, we have this nice little Christmas tree. It uses the star piece, which I think was released with the LEGO Movie 2 sets. So that's amazing to have another one and reused in such a simple way. It also has a little translucent disc piece right here that fits in at the bottom to give it kind of a shine. And overall, it is a pretty good tree build. You have a little disc at the bottom to hold it up, as well as some tan, white, yellow, red, and green little studs around it to simulate, I guess, the lights. Now, my only issue with it is that I wish they were translucent. It doesn't really make sense to have them such a solid color as well in this color. Maybe they simulate ornaments, but it would have been nice to see some lights on here. Next up, we have the little presents here. Nothing too special, just a few 1x2 plates with a little white stud on the top for the first one, as well as a 2x2 red plate with two 1x2 white plates with a little hopper red 2x2 with a white bow on top. Nothing too special from these as they are just presents, but a good little addition. Next, we have this little keyboard, which I think is really cool and uses these pieces in a pretty new way. You have these little inverted 1x2s connected to a 2x4 black plate, as well as these little Technic connector pieces right there, as well as a place to put the little keyboard, which I think is really nice, and it's a pretty clean build, and for using only like a few pieces, it's really cool. Then starting off the little toy builds here, we have a little pirate ship, and this is pretty standard for a pirate ship. You have the black, the gold, the brown, and then the sails. Nothing too special here. I do like how they used the 1x1 kind of clip attachment to kind of be the back little swirly things at the back. I don't know what those are called. As well as these little 1x1 studs with holes in them as to simplify kind of like a little cannon little breakdown there. And then we have one of my favorite builds of the set, which is the little plane that comes with it. I feel like this is just amazing part usage and some smart building techniques here. You have the little red cheese slope as the little tail, as well as this little hopper plate in red adding onto that tail, which I think is really cool. You also have the wings, which is a 1x3 tile, as well as you have the little spinny hat piece right there in yellow, attached by this little stud with a bar sticking out of it, which I think is really cool. They also use the same piece at the back of the pirate ship for the wheels, which I think is really cool, and they use two of these 1x1 kind of 90-degree angle pieces for the connection. And now what you're supposed to do is you take your tree here and you kind of put everything around it, because I believe these are supposed to be toys here. And there you go. Then for the next side build, you have the little computer here, and this is cool. Now, I don't think LEGO really builds computers as much as they have just a little mold for it, which doesn't really have any detail, but this is really cool for like an old desktop computer. You have the ingot piece in white as the, I guess, the keyboard, as well as, if you take a look there, it is a naughty and nice list on the 2x2 white tile there. It is unfortunately a sticker, as are most little designs on the set, which is pretty disappointing. This piece really could have been printed, but it's whatever. You also have, I guess, the little ventilation grate right there for the computer, and the back is tiled off with an ingot piece, as well as this 1x3 stud with a little, or 1x3 tile with a little hole in the middle there. It also attaches to the table with a little place where a stud can connect, which has a little hopper plate, as well as some studs as the legs. And for the final side build of the set, we have the reindeer and I guess kind of like a mini sleigh. The reindeer is the normal reindeer that came with the other sets, little rubber antlers here, as well as some printing for the fur. And the mini sleigh is actually a really cool little design. It has this little attachment right here, I guess kind of simulating more reins for the reindeer, as well as a gold ingot piece up here with the 90-degree angle 1x1 kind of plates there. It uses these golden kind of wind wisp pieces in, well, yeah, gold. It also has the handlebar piece, which is usually found on motorcycles, as well as some little fire pieces, which were first introduced, I believe, in the Harry Potter line of sets as kind of little rocket boosters there. And that connects in the little space right here, and you can put a little elf driving it. And then we have the main build of the set, which is, I guess, the little elf house slash lodge. And wow, this barely even fits in the frame here. Looking around it, you have a little tree out front with this really cool looking door here, as well as some snow detailing right here, and a little North Pole kind of sign, which is, I guess, maybe styled to be a candy cane. I don't ideally know what these things are called. If you take a closer look there, it is a sticker with the North Pole sign pointing this way and the workshop pointing the other way. I also love how they use these little, I don't know what you'd call them, little bulb pieces as the little lights, as well as they have a really cool wreath design here using the round 1x2 plates, as well as a little bow with the kind of tooth pieces, I guess, in a way. There's a little window up here, as well as on the side there is a place to put your little sleigh and reindeer, I guess, in a way. Right in there, it fits right there. As well as spinning it around to the left side, there are a few snowshoes on this side, which is really cool. And up here you have the little telescope where you can stand a minifigure there, a bit more snow detailing. And the roof is just some kind of wing pieces in white, simulating the snow. But yeah, that is it for the front. Spinning around to the back here, let's get a closer look at the first floor. For the first floor, it has a really smart design. If you can see right in there, there's a little Christmas light kind of brightening up the place, as well as a little place for the elves to work. Over here's a little workstation with some scissors, as well as some wrapping paper over what seems to be a little 1x3 box. There's also a present right there, and a few cups and a drawer. And on this side right here, there are a few mugs, as well as some chairs for the elves to sit on with their waffles, which brings me to one of the best parts of the set, in my opinion, which is the little waffle machine here. It is just kind of, it's meant to look like your little fireplace here, but this thing is crazy. So you take this little lever here, and you move it up, which makes the waffle fall down, and then you push it down to lock the next one in place. And now what you can do is, this is on a hinge, so you make that fall out, and there's your waffle. And it's pretty easy to reload. All you do is slip that up there. Then starting the second floor, we have the little bedroom here. There's a nice little green rug here with some jumper plates to stand the minifigures on, as well as a nice little lamp design in the corner there with a chair. 3 beds for the elves to lay on, as well as a little drawer over here with a present there and a little teacup. And if you take a look up here, there is a little calendar marking the 24th of December. As well as what you can do is you can take your elves here and kind of slip them onto the beds if it's not being too difficult. Oh, it's very finicky. But what you can do here is you have a little clock right down there. And what you can do is you twist it and they fall out, which is why it was a bit finicky to get those moving. At the top here, you also have a little switch here with a little bit of holly right there, covering a little light brick, which is really cool. And we'll take a closer look at it in the dark. All right, now that we're in a bit of a darker situation, there you go. It lights up the top as well as some of the bottom and leaves a little nice final touch. But yeah, that is it for the main build. Then we have the minifigures of the set. They're not too special, they're just elves, as I've said before, but they do come in some different varieties. The first one here comes with a little scarf as well as a little kind of megaphone here. The torso printing is from 2020 with the casual, just elf torso, and the hat is from 2013. She also uses one of the casual kind of children heads from Lego City, so nothing too special there. Same thing with the second elf here, same hat, same torso, same legs, with just a different face print, but again from Lego City. Here's the third one, and here's the fourth one, and this one has some glasses. And now what you can do is you grab your little sleigh here, and you take the minifigure, and you kind of just sit them in there, like so. And there you have it, my review on the Elf Clubhouse. If you guys did go on to enjoy the video, please make sure to subscribe and like the video, as it helps me out a lot. And I've noticed that almost 100% of you guys watching aren't subscribed, so please do subscribe, as it will help me grow and make better content. But anyways, thanks.